May I start now? Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum and good morning to all of you. I welcome you again in this online series of lectures. Hope you are doing well, you are fit and fine, healthy and motivated, encouraged, inspired, and you are keen to learn new things today. Okay, so let's begin our topic, that is common phrases in English. Probably you might have heard this topic because it is so common, it is so uh, easy to understand, and it is frequently used in English language. And you would be able to know how these are common phrases are important. Okay, sorry for inconvenience, sorry for disturbance. So let me talk about common phrases in English language. Before going in depth or in detail, let me ask you people that how many of you are familiar with common phrases used in English language? Come on, be quick. Send your responses because I'm really waiting for your kind responses. Okay, okay, let me say something, then you would send something. Common phrases in English language. First of all, you need to clear your idea about phrases first. Okay? I hope that you all are clear with phrases. Understand? So, let's begin our session. Common phrases in English language. There are thousands of phrases in English language which are really common in conversation, in communication. If someone, if somebody is really fluent in using these common phrases, then he would be really well in his communication. He would be really well in his conversation with his friends, with his colleagues, with his teachers, and around his friends in his society. Why? Because phrases and sentences, or even if you talk about clauses, these are really the elements which help you out in your communication, in your conversation, as well as in your writing. It is it has great importance in English language. How? There are different aspects of communication. Whenever we engage ourselves, okay, I think you are getting the idea when I say whenever you engage yourself, whenever you keep busy yourself with your friends in communication, in using English language, then what sort of things you need, what things you want to carry out in your communication. For me, what I believe, that okay, if you are good enough while using sentences and phrases as well as clauses in English language, it is really great thing. But the most frequent element of our communication is frequent usage of these phrases in English language. Last night I was making my mind, I was thinking about that tomorrow what should I start, what should I teach to my students. Then finally I came to a conclusion that okay, oh, before defining this one, I had two options. One was coherence and cohesion in English language, and then this was the second idea. I thought about this, that it is better to discuss, or it is better to explain common phrases used in English language. And that's why I have brought this topic today, and I hope that it is going to benefit you a lot. Okay? So, let me say something, let me explore the topic, let me give you examples that how these common phrases in English are going to help you. So, without further ado, let me start with this topic, and I have brought this because if you want to note it down, if you want to jot it down, then you can, because you are simply sitting at your homes. You have access of your books, your registers, your journals, okay? Even you can jot down and write these important things in your handouts. So, if somebody or if you are in a dire need of these common phrases, okay, how you would utilize them? First of all, if you have to pay compliments for complimenting, okay, if you have to pay compliments to your friends, to anybody, okay, what we mean by compliment? Simply तारीफ कहते हैं भाई, okay? Oh, got it. So if you simply want to pay your compliments to somebody or to someone, to your friends, to your father, to your family members, then how would you say in English? It is a question. How would you say? How would you expose your ideas? How would you expose your thoughts if you really want to pay your compliments? Okay, there are number of sentences, there are number of phrases that are, that will help you a lot. Okay, number one, suppose if someone is saying, this is the first thing, if you have to pay compliments to your friends, your skirt, okay, your skirt is pretty. Now, what I have done here, I have just used a word that is pretty. Okay, your skirt is pretty. Do you know the meaning of pretty? I hope so. If you know, then send me your responses via chat box. Okay, because I will be telling you the synonyms as well. Okay, we are not bound and we are not limited to this word. Rather, we have number of choices. We can replace this one, a pretty. Okay, how we would replace this word? We have number of choices. Okay, pretty, make sure that it is adjective in grammar. Okay, first of all, it is uh, really important for you that if you are using these common phrases in your language, in your communication, and at the same time you are observing and analyzing the grammatical categories of these words as well. Okay, pretty is adjective in grammar. There are number of synonyms that you can utilize, that you can use instead of using pretty. Which one? Handsome. Suppose if I say, if I pay my compliments to Mr. Amir, who is our really, a part of management, and if I say to him that, sir, you are looking really handsome today, huh? So what really I am doing, I am utilizing these phrases from English language, and I am paying my compliment at the same time. As I told you earlier, that compliments means, guys, तारीफ करना भाई. Okay, so handsome can replace this word pretty. Handsome is again adjective in grammar. Okay, then we have other choices as well. Your skirt is lovely. Skirt is your, the part of your dress. Okay, then we have other words as well. Cute. But remember this, that cute is mostly used for kids. Okay, below the age of 10 years, they are simply cute. Why? Because whenever you see children or kids, they really look like, a kind of a gesture that they will give you, and you would be compelled to pay your compliments, and you would say, oh, so nice, he is cute, baby. Okay, so we are using these phrases, and we are using these uh, common phrases in English language in order to pay our compliments to somebody. Okay, what other examples we have? We have many other examples. For example, if you say, you look great today, make sure that I'm not looking great today. Why? Because just I'm in rough, clothes. So I'm not here to pay compliments to myself. Rather, I'm just giving you these ideas. You look great today. Okay, let me write here. As you can see, so great is a word or the phrase that you have used here. You look great today. Are you able to understand the meaning of this entire phrase? How it is generated, how it is created? I hope that you are able, because you are in intermediate and you must know the meaning of this phrase in English, sorry, in Sindhi. Okay, how we can replace this word? Do you think that we have choices? Do you think that we have choices in order to replace this word great, and we may use synonyms? Yes, we do have. What words we have? We have, you are looking good. You look good. Good is again adjective in them. Okay, and then amazing. Okay, so there are several choices that we can use in order to get mastery of these common phrases in English language. This was the first thing that I have shared with you, that if you want to compliment somebody, if you want to praise somebody, okay, we have got another synonym, that is praise. Okay, if you want to praise somebody, if somebody has done something good, of course he deserves to be appreciated. Okay, if our management, if our Ghazali college is doing something special, of course they need appreciation. Okay, why? Because in this really critical situation, in this pandemic situation, they have given you, they have provided you a golden opportunity of availing these online classes. Okay, what else they can do for you? Huh? So they are deserving to be praised by us, by our parents, by students, by many others. Why? Because they have done something special. Okay, moving further, we are here to get mastery of common phrases. Number one, we discussed about how to pay your compliments. Then we have another examples. You are a fantastic cook. If somebody is really good at cooking, how you would praise him? You are fantastic cook. Okay, now this is again not limited on this particular noun, that is cook. You can use this phrase for these as well: writer, teacher, okay, painter, storyteller. Okay, so while replacing this noun, you can use this particular phrase, that you are fantastic writer, you are fantastic cook. Okay, so again we have another choice of replacing this word fantastic. What choice we do have? We have choices like this one: superb. Okay, then talented. So superb, talented, excellent. Guys, are you able to understand what we are discussing here? I hope so. So here we had or we have a phrase, you are fantastic cook. We simply appreciated, we praised a cook who is really good at cooking, okay, because he prepares delicious food and delicious, recipes for you. Then we are using the same phrase for others as well. Suppose if I say to somebody that you are really talented teacher, okay, I have just replaced this noun to this noun. Teacher is also a noun in grammar, painter is also a noun in grammar, and then storyteller, okay. So you would have different choices. Then moving further, continuing our lecture, in other terms, what else is there to get mastery? Suppose first we talked about praising someone, but if you are encouraging somebody, okay, and it is part of human nature that we use to encourage our youngsters, our friends, our teachers, our teammates, our classmates, our leaders as well. Okay, encouraging is really a positive thing, and we need to encourage somebody. Okay, then if we have this example, suppose, don't give up. Okay, if I simply replace this don't from this phrase, what we are left with? We are left with give up. And do you know the meaning of this phrasal verb? That is to lose hope. That is not a good thing, not a good sign. Lose hope. Okay? So rather, saying this one that you may give up, you may surrender. Okay? In other words, you may say surrender yourself. Suppose if somebody is doing something, he is trying his level best, he is trying his hardest, okay, and you are there looking at him, observing him, rather encouraging him, you have simply discouraged him that give up. I told you earlier that this is not the good sign. Rather, we need to encourage them, we need to boost up them. Okay, what happens if we say don't give up? Means we have simply changed this idea of losing hope into don't lose hope. Okay, if somebody is depressed, if someone is really in great tension, and you are there, you are simply writing a sentence, you are communicating with him that don't give up, you will simply boost his enthusiasm. You will encourage him while using this phrase. Okay? There is a famous example of this phrase. You might have heard that there is a professional wrestler, John Cena, and he always used to say that never give up. You would also say never give up. Okay, man? So instead of saying don't give up, you have a choice. You would say never give up. Means what? It is not good sign to lose hope ever in any circumstances. Whether you are depressed, whether you are worried, whether you are in tension, there is a sentence that is going to change your mindset, that is going to encourage you, that is going to change your mentality and approach. Okay, never give up means never lose hope. Why? Because there is a hadith as Islamic point of view, we have there so many hadiths that losing a hope is also a part of what? You might get the idea. Have you ever heard Naumidi kufr hai bhai? Okay, सो इस्लामिक पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से भी बहुत कमाल का ये फ्रेज है. एंड एज वेल एज if you look at this phrase in terms of English language, then it is also going to help you socially, morally, ethically, as well as academically. Okay, academically. So try to get mastery of these phrases as well. Use these phrases in your daily communication, whether you are having chat with your friends, whether you are using social media, or even you can use these phrases everywhere. Okay, but it depends, again, it depends upon the context that you have, the situation that you have. Should I phrase this? Okay, let me do this for you. Okay, what else we have? We have, suppose if I say, okay, if I use these sentences, sorry, phrases for agreeing and disagreeing. Okay, so here we have again two choices. If somebody is saying, or if there is a person who is simply sharing his thoughts, his ideas with you on any topic, suppose English language, English grammar, English literature, or even a topic from politics, a topic from history, a topic from religion, and you are not quite satisfied. Sorry, first of all, let me talk about agreeing. You are satisfied, with his thoughts, with his ideas, then you would simply, what simply you would say, what kind of phrase you would have in your minds to share with him. Okay, think of it. Let me share with you. There are a number of choices. You would say, exactly. Okay, exactly. What do you mean to say exactly? It means you are 100% agreed with him. Okay, are you getting this idea? Okay, agreeing someone's point of view, someone's thoughts, someone's ideas, you would say exactly. I'm agreed. There is another choice. I am agreed. Okay, so when you say I am agreed, exactly, or 100% agree, it means you are doing this one. Huh? Okay, we have other choices as well. Instead of using these words, rather you would say absolutely. Absolutely. So what does it mean? It means the same thing. It means the same thing. It means again you are agreed with your friend's point of view, with your teacher's point of view, and it is mostly observed in classes, in physical classes. Suppose if I am teaching your class, if we are having a discussion on grammar, and if I say that phrase is a this and this and this, if I explain the definition of phrase, and if I give you examples of phrases, then your class fellows would say, agreed sir, absolutely, exactly, 100%. So what we are doing, simply we are agreeing someone's point of view. Have you ever seen such kind of comments, such kind of phrases on Facebook? Suppose if you are going to pass your comment, okay, if you are going to pass your comment on your friend's post, or even on your teacher's post, what would you say? There is an option of passing your comments or writing your comments, you would say these words. If you agree with him, you have other choice as well. You can contradict with your teacher, you can oppose your friend that I'm not agreed. Why? Because it should be. Ideological differences must be there. We do have, we may have these ideological differences. It is possible that people may disagree with you. People may disagree with your point of view. So if they disagree with your point of view, what they would say? They would say, I'm not agreed. Simply they would add this one. I'm not agreed. Okay? This is not the case. This is not the case. It means what they are doing. They are not satisfied what you said. They are not satisfied with the thought that you have given or that you have shared with them. And they have democratic right. It is their democratic right that they can oppose, they can contradict, they can disagree. We are social animals. We are human beings. Understand? The basic and main purpose of our motto of your education is that you can disagree. Okay? There are a number of examples. Even teacher and student sometimes disagree. Even student and teacher may agree with each other if they if the idea of a teacher is absolutely right. If I'm getting success in order to convince my friend Muhammad Amir or Mr. Amir Pathan, then what would be the reply from his side? That's agreed. But if I'm not clear enough in my thoughts, in my ideas, simply he has a right. It is his democratic right that he may disagree with me. Okay? So this is a kind of communication that is going to help you in your conversation. There are a number of choices on social media. Suppose if you are using Facebook, okay? So what we have a certain boxes where you can pass your comments, okay? And for your kind information, let me give you a info that is going to help you that whenever you use this app, this a kind of a source, it is also a kind of source of learning as well, but unfortunately we haven't touched in terms of learning. So sorry, I simply used to learn from everywhere. Why? Because social media is also a kind of source that is helping you a lot. There is a lot of stuff. Okay, so in these comment boxes you might have seen that there are choices available that you can just pick from there. You don't need to write them, you don't need to pass your own comments. Rather, whenever you click on comment button or the option that is available there, you would see number of choices available. Okay, and see there, have a practical today and come up with your answers that am I right or wrong. There are choices which are exactly known as phrases. Okay, so it is really a shortage of, we are running short of time. Otherwise I made my mind that we will have a detailed discussion regarding common phrases used in English language. There are a number of other phrases in English language that are really frequently used in our communication, in our conversation. So what is your task? Simply your task is go to chat box, write your comments, write in your comments, and each one of you is required to send me at least 10 to 15 phrases today. Okay, because this is on Google Play Store. Okay, Google Classroom. They are aware, sir. They know because in last lecture I gave them an assignment and they have done it. So Arslan Shabir and your classmates Azhar Malar, it is going to help you, and I would really wait for your quick responses. 10 to 15 common phrases which you are aware of, which you know them. Send me your responses, your feedbacks, and I would be there to check your phrases whether you have learned them properly, and then I would be able to give you grades. Okay, hope you have enjoyed today's lecture, and it is from for my understanding, according to me, it is really informative lecture. So see you next time with new hope, with new ideas, with enthusiasm, and take care. Allah Hafiz. Jazakallah.